Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tsun Tsun. Just gonna do a quick video going over some more battle tactics and stuff like that. Today we're gonna talk about Garrison. This is to include sending out your heroes to attack people. So, without further ado, let's get into it. When people attack or defend or whatever it might be, you can send heroes into battle. For instance, if I go out here and I was to attack these rocks right here, right? I can send out 5 heroes and whatever troops I want. This could be one type of troop, this could be all 3 types of troops. It could be anything I want it to be, right? So these heroes here obviously give boost, right? Each hero gives their own set of boosts. They also, on top of that, have squads. And while it might not be specifically put into the game what their squadrons contain, it seems that these numbers right here, the 10,000, based on their rank. As for rank 8, it would be 10,000. That is what their squadron contains. And in my personal opinion, this number also goes up for when you're using a troop boost. So each hero has their own personal battle attack, right? Because they have these admin and logistics buffs, but they also have a tactics buff. They deal 200% of their squad's attack damage to enemy troops, and that would be the type of hero that they are. So for Dream Witch, she deals 200% of archer attack based on her squadron. And these heroes only get squadrons if you send the type of troop that they are. So if I was to attack this and I was to send out these heroes, and Dream Witch was right here, and I sent out only heroic fighters and Drake riders, no archers, she would sit in the back and do nothing. I guess for an example, let's see if I can hit some of the rocks. Sure, we'll hit these guys. So I'll send these heroes. I'm not sending cannoneers. So we'll send this right here, right? So we'll send this and then we'll watch the battle report and we'll watch the video, right? Obviously T4 are slow as shit. I should have sent T3 only. Send T1. But whatever. Hopefully this guy doesn't retreat from his rocks. So there we go. Return this to the castle, and we have a report. Alright. So here we go. We're going to view this battle. Hopefully the battle doesn't end so fast that you can't even see the heroes. But we're going to flip this, and as you can see, Dream Witch is back here doing jack shit, right? She's not doing anything. These other heroes coming up, they're doing their moves. Boom! There goes, I don't even remember what this cavalry dude's name is. But all the other heroes are doing shit, right? Beambot, Rose Knight, they all came up here. All my cavalry heroes. Because I sent cavalry. So, if you don't send any of that troop type, that hero's gonna do nothing. Okay? So, the next thing is, if you have army attack heroes, for instance Rose Knight, who has a 20% army attack, is it worth sending her with, let's say, infantry ranged, if you're not sending any cavalry, versus sending Death Archer, who has 30% range attack, and she's also attacking? So, to go into this, we do some math, right? And let's say that you were to send 100% archers, right? So, the 20% army attack is going to give you approximately, if you were to send a full rally of 2,375,000 troops, the 20% army attack is approximately 475 let's say power worth. This is going off of 1 power, right, for each troop. So it's approximately 475,000 power, whereas the individual, let's say 30k that you would get from Death Archer is 98,000, just based off of pure the 30 troops that she gets. Now if we add in the 30% archer attack that she gives, she gets the edge, right? However, if we're talking about a garrison, let's say for instance we're stationing these troops here, you're gonna want more army attack, right? So okay, I thought it wasn't gonna show. The more army attack you have, the better. Alright, because you have tons of troops in your base. I guess for lower troop castles, it does matter. Just because you might not have a certain troop type, and that might not benefit you, because maybe if that's the case, then 30% will help you out. But it's really mathematical how you're going to figure this out, because pretty much if you're sending 2 troop types, there's a chance that the 30% that you're getting from the let's say Snow Queen, the 30% range attack technically gets cut in half, because you're only sending half of the troop type that she is, while she does deal this. Whereas the 20% from Lore Weaver, if you're sending infantry ranged, both troop types get the 20%. So that's where you'd end up having to do some math to figure out which one is getting the bigger boost. The 98k plus however much 15% attack would give you on, well, it would be 30% on 1.18 million troops or something like that. But you'd have to do math versus 20% on 2.375 million. So that's pretty much how sending leaders in your garrison and attacks works. Obviously per attack everything is different, so I would recommend, if you send one type of troop or one type of attack every time that you attack somebody. Some people always send one type, like for instance I have a base set, like if I'm just attacking someone, I think that I'm going to it's not going to matter what kind of troop types I send. I literally send 50% of each troop, right? So that's something that you have to take into account. Whereas if I do infantry only, I send infantry heroes. Alright, and what I would do for something like this is I would just take out, or I would change my leader to Demon Slayer or something like that, and he would get the boost. Infantry cavalry, I obviously send full infantry or 2 infantry leaders and some cav leaders. So it just depends on what you send, and if you do the math beforehand to determine whether or not you're sending 10k because you're not using a troop boost, whether or not you're sending 15k in your squadron because you are using a troop boost. It just depends on what you're doing yourself, what level your heroes are, because if they're not rank 8, then they're going to get less percentage boost on the battle skill that they have. So if you want to save troops, I mean, I'm sure that there's pretty much no one that actually does the math based on what attacks they do. But if you do want to save troops, if you want to do harder hits, stuff like that, I would recommend looking into it. Obviously, troops like, or heroes like Lore Weaver have other buffs too, like 25% defense, 25% HP. So they also save you troops. But as far as just pure attack and killing as many troops as possible, looking at attack, that's how it works. These squads count as pure attack. Just attack power. They're not going to give you, the squadrons don't get more HP or anything like that, so I would recommend just looking at it like attack power. So if you have any questions, Leave them in the comments. I'll get to them. If you have any concerns, anything like that, you think if something I said is wrong and there's some way you can show me, I'm always willing to learn something new. Just let me know in the comments. If you like my video, hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed and you want to keep watching videos like this or my streams, go ahead and subscribe. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.